met the manager alone and tell him that I want to save my deposit $56.
Yes, very good. Then did the manager meet him?
And the manager tell the uh, assistant,
Assistant
nee, assistant.
means what did they both talk? Manager and the author.
The manager, asked the author that you are the detective.
Yes,
He
then
was guessing. But then the author said, "No, I am not a detective. I want to deposit my $6."
then
Then the manager called Mr. Mongolobi,
Montgomery.
Montgomery, and tell him that he wants to open his account and he wants to save $56.
Hmm. Very good. So as he said, everything is almost said. So manager met him alone. Manager asked him that are you from detective agency? And what detective agency? He said that are you from Pinkertons? Pinkertons is a detective agency.
Yes, sir.
So manager thought that this author, he came because from his behavior, he thought that he might be from a Pinkertons, means detective agency. But he was not from there. So the manager thought that he might be coming from another detective agency, a rival agency. Then he said that no, I don't come from any detective agency. And then manager thought that he might be the son of Baron Rothschild or young Gold. Then manager concluded that if he is not from a detective agency, then he might be coming from Baron Rothschild or young Gold. And what is that Baron Rothschild or young Gold?
The two are rich man,
Which rich man?
Amir Manas,
Yes,
very rich.
at that time they were the rich people. Baron Rothschild and young Gold, they were the rich people. And so the manager concluded that he might come from the detective, he might come from this family of rich people. Then he thought that he wants to open a large account. So the author finally said that yes, it is a fairly large account. Then he concluded that he wants to deposit $56 today, and every month he will deposit $50. Now manager was very angry, of course, because for this reason he wanted to meet him alone. This was not a big reason that he should meet him alone and behave in such a way. Manager got up and he opened the door and he called out the accountant, that was Mr. Montgomery, very loudly and very in a harsh voice. He said, "This gentleman is opening an account. He will deposit $56. Good morning." In like that, in a very rude voice, he said, because he thought that the author has wasted the time till now. See, it is written over here. What I said. These two were the millionaires in the time when the story was written. Now we will go out and he will open an account. See how he opens an account and what happens with him.
So can I read?
Okay, 1 minute. I'll give you a chance for reading, but let me see if others are also there interested in reading. If they are. So anyone else? Who else is interested in reading?
Sir, can I?
Rajani? Yes, read.
Yes. पहले दिन है.
Yes, I rose.
I rose. I rose. A big iron door stood open at the side of the room. Good morning, I said and stepped into the safe. Come out, said the manager coldly, and showed me the another way. I went up the accountant's wicket and poked the ball of money at the made him with a controversial,
Convulsive.
confusing, confusing moment as if I were doing a
Conjuring.
trick. Conjuring trick. My face was ghastly pale. Here, I said, deposit it. The tone of the words seemed to mean, let us do this painful thing while the fit is on us.
Okay. Here I rose, that is written. I rose means what? The author, he stood up from there. The author was sitting with the manager in his office. He stood up. Rose is the past tense of rise. It is not the flower rose. It is past tense of rise. Means to stand up from somewhere. A big iron door stood open at the side of the room. So there was a room, and that room was opened by the manager. Good morning, I said, and stepped into the safe. Safe means he went inside the bank now, where all the people, all the bank employees were sitting, because manager told him to go out. Come out, said the manager coldly and showed me the other way. So manager showed him with his hand that there you have to go there, see, go there and open an account. I went up to the accountant's wicket, means he went to the accountant's window and poked the ball of money at him. Poked means to push very quickly. That ball of money which he had in the pocket, remember that
Yes,
ball
sir.
of money he pushed and he gave very quickly in a very convulsive movement, means jerky, like एक झटके से, that is what convulsive. So very convulsively he gave the ball of money, and as if he were doing a conjuring trick. How the people who do the magic they do with the hands very quickly, you don't know where the thing vanished and where it came from. Like that way, he pushed the ball of money very quickly, like he was doing some magic trick. He gave the money to the accountant. My face was ghastly pale, means his face was very shocking and colorless, a dim face. Here I said, deposit it. Then the author gave the money, $56, and he said, yes, deposit it in my account. Mendi, will you stop chatting? Here I said, deposit it. The tone of the words seemed to mean, let us do the painful thing while the fate is on us. So, like the accountant was speaking, accountant's tone was like he has to do this thing forcefully because he is given the job. As he is the accountant, he has to do the job of depositing the money. Otherwise, he was not interested in depositing this $56. It was not a big amount. But he said, while the fate is on us, means it is suitable for us. When something which is only for you, you are suitable for that job, means that fate is on you. You are suitable for that thing. So that is what the accountant said, that I have to deposit the money now because it is my job. Otherwise, he would not have deposited. Then who will read?
Sir, can I?
Okay, Sakib, read.
He took the money and gave it to another clerk. He made me write the sum on a slip and sign my name in a book. I no longer know what I was doing. The bank swam before my eyes. Is it deposited? I asked in a hollow, vibrating voice. It is, said the accountant. Then I want to draw a check.
Okay. He took the money and gave it to another clerk. So the accountant took the money from the narrator, $56 that he was giving, and then he gave it to another clerk that deposited inside the bank. He made me write the sum of a slip and the sign my name in a book. When you deposit the money, you have to fill that receipt. You have to fill, and then you have to give
The
it. You have to
form.
write the amount, and you have to sign and all that. So all that was done. It on the slip. He
Mm.
wrote his name. He wrote the amount, and he gave it. I no longer knew what I was doing. Now the author was not knowing. He was out of his senses. He was not himself knowing that what he was doing now. The bank swam before his eyes. Swam means to move. It is the past tense of swim. Now swim means terna. Swam is the past tense, but here swam means to move. When you become unconscious, when you are not well, chakkar avi java. That is what you say. You think that everything is moving in front of your eyes. Sometimes you feel. So like that he said, the bank swam before my eyes, like the bank was moving before my eyes. But actually he was nervous, so much nervous that he was not able to think, and he was thinking that all the people are watching at me, and so much nervous he was. So the bank swam before his eyes. Is it deposited? I asked in a hollow vibrating voice. Hollow means very dull voice. In a very low voice, the narrator asked the accountant that, is my money deposited? It is, said the accountant. Accountant said that yes, your money is deposited in your account. Then I want to draw a check. So immediately, as soon as this money was deposited, the very next second, this man, the author, he said that now I want to draw a check. I want to draw out the money from my account. He just has put the amount. He has just deposited $56, and now he wants to withdraw the amount. The very next second. Now let us see what happens. How much does he withdraw? $56 he has put in the bank. So what do you think? How much will he withdraw with the check?
50
Then only $6 he will keep in the new account.
or 56.
Then why should he open the account then?
$6.
Let us see what he does. See,
$100.
$100. 56 he
Yeah, he can take
deposited.
loan also.
But here the lesson is about this only. $56. No, nothing. Loan. Nothing to do with the loan. Yes, Mohammed, you can read.
My idea was to draw out $6 of it to present use. Some gave me a checkbook through a wicket, and someone else began telling me how to write it out. The people in the bank made the impression that I was an invalid millionaire. I wrote something on the check and thrust it in at the clerk. He looked at it. What are you drawing it all out again? He asked in surprise, and I realized that I had written 56 instead of 6. I was too far gone to reason now. I had a feeling that was impossible to explain the thing. All the clerks had stopped writing to look at me. Yes, the whole thing. You withdraw your money from the bank, every cent of it. Are you going to deposit any more? Said the clerk, Antonis Never. Cancer,
Okay.
achcho na.
What?
Lah. Withdrawal.
See what happened. He only wanted to withdraw $6 for the present use. For everyday use, he wanted to withdraw only $6 now. He wanted to take it out from the bank from that 56. Someone gave him the checkbook from that wicket from that window, and someone helped him that how to write the check, where to sign, and all that. The people in the bank had an impression that I was an invalid millionaire. Invalid millionaire means the person who just pretends, who is a fake millionaire, who pretends that I am a millionaire, but actually he is not. So all the people thought that he is invalid millionaire. I wrote something on the check and thrust it at the clerk. He looked at it. So the narrator, the author, he wrote something on the checkbook. Then he thrust. Thrust means to push or move very forcefully. That is called thrust. So he pushed that slip in which he had written the amount, that check, sorry, that check he thrust at the clerk. He gave it. That clerk looked at it very carefully. That is there any mistake? Is the amount written? Is the sign written? Everything. Mike, whose mic is on? Whose mic is on? Whose mic is on? Okay. So, the just a second, 1 minute.
What you, sir?
Nothing. This Sharafat sir was there, so I was telling him to go outside as the voice was disturbance.
Okay.
So, the people in the bank thought that he's an invalid millionaire. Invalid millionaire means he thought that he's just pretending to be millionaire, but actually he's not. Then he wrote the check and he gave it to the clerk. What? Are you drawing it all out again? He asked in surprise. The clerk asked the author that are you withdrawing all your money back from the bank? Then I realized that I had written 56 instead of 6. Then the author realized that I did a mistake. Instead of writing $6, I have written $56 in the check. So clerk was asking, I was too far gone to reason. So this is an idiom. Too far gone to reason means now you cannot explain, gone beyond the level of thinking. Something which you do and you cannot think about it anymore. You cannot correct that mistake. That is too far gone to reason. So now narrator thought that now I cannot correct my mistake. I cannot tell the clerk that it is my mistake actually. And I had a feeling that it was impossible to explain the thing. So narrator thought that it is impossible for me to explain that it was my mistake. He did not want to accept his mistake, that it was by mistake that he has written 56. All the clerks had stopped writing and look at me. So all the clerks were looking at it at the narrator in a surprising way because अभी तो उसने $56 डिपॉजिट किए थे और अभी उसको विड्रॉ करना है सब. So they were looking at him. But all this narrator was not doing intentionally. Why was he doing?
Yes, sir.
All these things narrator was not doing intentionally. Why was he doing it?
Because we are nervous.
Yes. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So all the clerks are looking at him. Yes, the whole thing. You withdraw your money from the bank. The narrator said, yes, I will withdraw the whole thing, means the whole amount. You withdraw your money from the bank, he said. Are you withdrawing your money from the bank? Then narrator said, every cent of it, means ek paisa, pura, sab. Are you not going to deposit any more? Said the clerk, astonished. So the clerk was surprised that now you will not deposit any amount in our bank. So narrator said, never, I will not deposit any amount. But he was hiding his mistake. कि चेक फिल करने में मिस्टेक हुई उससे वो हाइड कर रहा था. Understood?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, sir.
Now anyone else? The new who has not read?
Sir,
You
can
you
मुझे
also read
रीड
one
करना है
minute.
कौन?
Yasin
Yes.
or Mubin? Anyone? Yasin or Mubin? Anyone?
So no one is answering.
Sakib, read this. Then
हाँ.
I will give it.
Okay, sir. An idiot hope struck me that they might think something had insulted me while I was writing the check, and that I had changed my mind. I made a wretched attempt to look like a man with a fearfully quick temper. The clerk prepared to pay the money. How will you have it? He said. What? How will you have it? Oh, I caught his meaning, answered without even trying to think in fifties. He gave me a $50 bill, and the six he asked dryly. In sixes, I said. He gave it to me, and I rushed out. As the big door swung flung behind me, I caught the echo of a roar of that went up to the ceiling of the bank. Since then, I bank no more. I keep my money in cash in my trousers pocket, saving in silver dollars in a sock.
Okay. So very funny ending. He said that I will never deposit the money in the bank.
Yes.
An idiot hope struck me that they might think that something had insulted me while I was writing the check, and that I changed my mind. So, narrator thought that now, as I am withdrawing the whole amount, $56, so bank people will think that they have insulted me and I am angry with them. I am feeling insulted, and so I am withdrawing the whole amount back. But actually, they have not insulted him. Means he's not feeling bad, but it was his mistake that he is not accepting now. When you write something and when someone tells you that this is your mistake, then you say, no, no, I have written it intentionally. This is right thing only. It is not my mistake. Then you want to say that wrong thing is also right. So the narrator will correct. I made a wretched attempt to look like a man of fearfully quick temper. So wretched meaning is given. Hopeless. उसने कैसी try की that he should pretend that he is very angry. He pretended that he has a quick temper, means he has got tendency to be very angry. He pretended like an angry man in front of the bank people just to hide his mistake. He was pretending that he was angry because of their behavior. इसलिए वो पूरा amount वापस withdraw कर रहा है. But actually, he had made a mistake in writing the check. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The clerk prepared to pay the money. So clerk has to do his work. Even if you go in the bank, you deposit 1 lakh, and after 5 minutes you say I want to withdraw 1 lakh. So bank people cannot deny. They have to give you, right?
Yes, sir.
So clerk prepared it. Clerk की तो वो job थी, and no one can say no to anyone. Even if you deposit 10 rupees and withdraw 10 rupees, then also they have to give you. It is their job. So clerk prepared the money. How will you have it? He said. Now he is not asking about tea or coffee. That how will you have it? So he asked second time, how will you have it? Narrator को समझ में नहीं आ रहा. What is he asking? How will you have it means what? Oh, then he understood that he is asking me about the cash. Like if you want to withdraw 10,000 rupees, so bank people sometimes ask you that should I give you the notes of 100 rupees or 200 rupees or 2000 rupees note? Which notes do you want? Sometimes they ask us if the amount is very big, right? So the clerk asked him that how should I give you the money? Then he said in 50s, means $50 की एक note. Give me $150 bill. Then he gave a $50 bill. And what about the $6? Remaining $6 का क्या? He said that give it in 6s, means you can give it in coins. छुट्टे पैसे, that is in 6s. Total it will be 56 back to him. He gave it to me and I rushed out. So who gave the money to whom? No one is listening, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, I'm listening.
What did I ask? Who gave the money to whom?
The accountant gave the money to the author.
Accountant?
Hmm.
No. To be attentive. I will come to know that if you are attentive or not.
Yes, sir. Attentive बच्चों.
Then tell me why.
Yes.
Oh.
The clerk. The clerk gave the money.
Hmm. Hmm.
He gave it to me and I rushed out. How did he get 56 rupees? $56 कैसे मिले उसको? Which notes?
150.
150.
Lamb $150.
$150 he got.
Hello, sir.
You
One
are
note
saying
of
$150.
$50.
Okay, then that way you say.
Sir, $50 bill and 6 is in Chutta.
Mm-hmm.
So you will write chutta in exam.
Oh,
Exam
Sakib,
में
यार हो
chutta
गया.
गया. So $50 bill he got, and six dollars he got in 6 Cs. And then he
बराबर.
rushed out. He went out of the bank
भागी गया दुकान.
immediately. So he wasted
दुकान
his
फाट
time.
गई.
He came, met the manager, opened account, deposited $56, withdraw the whole amount. He withdrew it and he went out. So all this time was wasted, right?
Yes, sir. Wasted.
So last paragraph is important. See. As the big door swung behind me. Swung is the past tense of swing. Means it moves in the direction. When you close the door, when you go out, when you are closing the door will come in your direction. When you are closing the door. So the door closed behind him, and there was an echo of a roar of laughter that went up to the ceiling of the bank. Means it means that all the bank people were laughing at him when he went out. Behind him, they were all laughing at him very, very loudly. That what a funny man he was. Then from that day, he does not bank anymore. He does not go to the bank. He does not do any transaction in the bank, and he keeps all his money in the trousers in his pocket, and my savings in my silver dollars in a sack, in a soak. That is the place where you can save the money.
Mm.
So after that, he never deposits the money from that day, and he always keeps it in the soak, but he never goes to the bank. That is for sure. And he said this was the reason that he never went to bank, because he becomes an irresponsible idiot, and that is what happened today with him. Tell me if you have any doubt.
No, sir. No, sir. No doubt. No doubt.
Sure. Should I ask you questions then?
हाँ सर पूछो 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 बिंदास पूछो.
Okay. First, remember the name of the author, Stephen Leacock.
Stephen Leacock.
Then, true or false? First one, who will tell me? Read and tell me the answer.
False.
False.
Yes, sir. First false.
Okay.
Number two false.
Why false?
Yes,
Was true.
sir, number 2 false.
Sir, true. Sorry, sir. Number two true. Number
Yes,
three true.
sir, you got the best salary.
Did he not get the rise?
Two three true. Three true.
True.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Four
sir.
false. Four false. Four false.
Yes, sir, false.
The letter was some detective agency. It is false. Correct.
And then false.
False.
False, false.
False.
False, false.
False. False. False.
False,
False.
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 ગીત
આ
નથી ગાવાનું મને
નથી ખબર સર ને false true. કેમ સર આપણા અત્યારના બધા
Take
right.
screenshot, because this you will write in homework twice.
ઓકે સર રફ બુક એ એવું છે સર ચેક
એ કામ કરતો તારું દોડયા
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
આ તો સાકિબ જો ને દોડયા થાય છે.
Taken.
ના
Yes,
સર
sir,
બાકી
taken.
છે બાકી બાકી છે રમુંગો થઈ ગયું સર હાલો આગળ વધી જઈએ.
Why did the narrator want to go to the bank?
The
To deposit the
narrator want
$56.
to go to.
To deposit his money.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't.
Then, whom did he meet first and whom did he meet next?
First, he met the accountant and then he met the manager.
Okay. Then number three. Why did the manager think that the narrator
Be-
was a millionaire?
the manager think this narrator had deposit $56.
And then he paid the $56. So,
Only that much.
I guess, sir.
Why did he think that he was a millionaire?
matlab,
Understand the question. Millionaire.
matlab,
The person who has lakhs of rupees.
oh, acha, acha.
Sir, he think
No, sir.
because first the narrator has deposited $56,
And then he had
then
withdrawn.
the manager asked that he hidden his mistake. He has tell that I have drawn.
No, no, you are the. I think you are mistaken. That is a different answer.
Yes, sir. He had
His behavior
mistaken.
was like that. His behavior was like that. That he wanted to meet him
Okay.
alone and all that
Exactly,
things.
we
So
are.
from his behavior, he thought that
એવા
he might be a
મિસ્ટેક
millionaire.
થાય
What did
કામ
the
કરીને
manager
ભાઈ
do when
તારો.
he learned that narrator was not a millionaire? Tell me answer.
What, sir?
give his 3 lakh $56 back.
Sir, what is the question?
4.
Four. Okay. What did the
Question
manager
number
do when
4.
he learned that it was not a millionaire? He called the accountant and tell him that this gentleman wants to wants to open an account. Good morning.
Yes. He told him to go out and he told the accountant that he wants to open an
Hmm.
account.
Barabar, sir. Barabar.
Were the employees at the bank angry with the narrator when he left? How do you know?
Yes, sir.
Angry.
No, sir.
I
And he
don't.
gave the dictionary cowboy Sakib yaar. Oh, ठीक है यार.
Were they angry at him?
No, 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 sir.
Were
No,
they
sir.
angry with the narrator?
Sir, they were angry
No.
in their heart, but in outside they were not angry.
Not
But
angry.
angry to death.
They were making fun of him. They were not angry.
The
Yes, sir.
We know
So
that because
fucking right, to mama.
it is given that the echo of a roar of laughter went up to the ceiling of the bank. So if they would be angry, they would not laugh like this.
बराबर से sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will discuss the notes. Notes we have to discuss, but not now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Auntie is left.
One thing, yes, one thing. Even if I put the whole lesson PDF, suppose, then you have to complete the fair book.
Yes.
This true or false is there
Okay.
that you have to do first twice.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear? Okay. TF
Okay.
twice.
Okay, sir.
Oh.
Okay, sir.
And see that you keep your fair
Sir.
book complete from SEM 2 with good handwriting. I want to see whose presentation is best. So when you write SEM
Okay,
2,
sir.
write with good handwriting.
કોઈ નું ન આવે presentation માં.
You can all try because you have enough time at home. So you can
Yes,
write
sir.
with good handwriting. See that when you write
Yes
the
sir, yes sir.
lesson's name,
Chinta no karo.
Yes,
also
sir.
write, let me speak. When you write the
Okay, sir.
lesson's name, and then also write the author's name. That is a good habit.
Okay sir.
Okay, sir.
And then you should start.
Okay sir.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so thank you all of you. Have a
No
nice day.
problem.
Okay sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Okay
Sir,
sir.
thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay
Bye, sir.
sir.
Goodbye.
Ye ye yung bebek rasa. Sakal titi, bakal titi.
Bye, sir. Bye.